Samsung Wave 578 expected second and third quarter 2011. At the moment, 4 out of every 5 handsets we cover have one thing in common: they are running Android. So sometimes it's nice to be presented with something a little different. And in the case of the Samsung Wave 578, this phone rings Samsung's own Bada-OS. We can't imagine that anyone has ever woken up in the morning and decided to go out and specifically buy a phone running Bada, but Samsung shifted 5 million Wave handsets last year running the operating system, so they must be doing something right. From a consumer point of view, these are attractive, capable and inexpensive touchscreen phones from a name they trust, and that seems to be doing the job. The Wave 578 isn't exactly an exciting phone, but it's a pleasingly compact smartphone coming in at just under 100 grams. There's a 3.2-inch 240 by 400 pixel capacitive TFT display, a 3.2 megapixel camera on the back, plus a 0.3 megapixel on the front for video calling, support for 3.5G data and Wi-Fi. Like most Samsung phones, it has a good music player with all the functions you'd expect, plus an FM radio and a 3.5mm audio socket. Music and other materials can be stored on a microSD card up to 16GB or in the 100MB of internal memory. The Samsung Wave 578 can play and record video. Playback is just about adequate on this Wave screen, but the QVGA video capture resolution is a bit poor. However, Samsung phones are usually pretty good when it comes to stills photos, and we assume that the Wave 578 will make the best of the rather basic camera. One unusual feature with the 578 is the inclusion of NFC technology, which can allow contactless payments. Manufacturers seem to have been gearing up for this in a big way for 2011, although previous efforts have fallen a bit flat. As far as we can tell, the Wave 578 doesn't have GPS, where the similar Wave 525 does, so perhaps the NFC circuitry sits where the GPS receiver used to be. Bada isn't exactly the operating system on everyone's lips at the moment, but the similar Wave 525 currently has 1750 apps available for it. Social networking support is built in, as is a web browser, email client and all the usual features. Pricing is not known, but you can currently buy the similar Wave 525 for about €150, so the Wave 578 looks like good value. The 578 should be available in Europe from May and June onwards, with other markets to follow.